What if the world's most influential leaders were friends 20 years ago? Welcome to the Global Sigma Squared Summit 2024. Sigma Squared is a global entrepreneurship network of more than 1,000 young founders in their early 20s across 33 countries and 5 continents who are tackling the world's most pressing challenges. We have raised more than $2 billion and are continuing to create change across the world.
Everyone is extremely passionate about what they do. They're building really impactful startups, and they're doing it with a very value-aligned company. And that's what's unique about here, because everyone wants to give forward, everyone wants to be kind to one another and help one another. So we're really a community where you can feel like your family, which is very unique and almost unreal.
I love all of it, right? If people do it really well, then I'm like, okay, how am I gonna learn from you? If people are struggling, then I'm like, how can I help you? And if it's in between, then look, you'll teach me some things, I'll teach you some things. It's freaking amazing.
Honestly, I think it's the energy, the courage and the resilience of some of the young founders here that are really have a strong belief in what they want to do.
We have 400 people with us this weekend with a lot of panels, thought-provoking conversations, workshops, and we've had amazing speakers like Bernhard Nieser from Buzu, Tom Chi from @One Ventures, and the previous funding team member of Google X. We create that space where those conversations can happen.
I think the really cool thing in Sigma is that you meet people that are on these exponential journeys, but also people that share how hard it is sometimes. And when you hear these stories and you're just really open, this is something that's also a source of a lot of power for me and I think for most people here.
The topics discussed at this year's summit were vulnerability, integrity, giving back, and these are so close related to the Sigma Squared values that we try to foster as a community. And I think it's something that we've just done incredibly well in terms of creating this safe space for people to actually open up.
It's not about trying to tell people how amazing you are, but actually talking openly about your struggles and having a community where you can share your problems. People have the same problems as you is incredibly helpful to get you through the tough times.
I think we have those common values that we are more modest and we're not trying to pitch ourselves and that we're the greatest founders, but we are trying to figure out why do you do what you do and who are you as a person.
I love that there's a lot of empathy and openness and vulnerability, and people generally seem to care about helping other people, which is not always the case, and I think it's one of the key DNA of the Sigma community.
Sigma is a community of talent all over the world, and it's really important that cities are connected with this community to work together to look for solutions for the challenge that we have nowadays in the cities.
Sigma Squared entrepreneurs have this extra layer of kindness, and they think about how we can be useful to each other, and that strangely makes them more likely to build a successful, profitable business.
Sigma is a community with a really high talent density, and the community has produced several unicorn founders over the last few years and has obviously attracted many investor interest, and we see this gaining strong momentum in the last few years, and we are now in a position to select the investors that we want to have and that we want to partner with.
I'm loving the atmosphere. There's a buzz to the air. I've been giving a lot of hugs, and I think most of all, people care, which is really nice to see in action.
Feels like a family reunion. Everyone seems to, have certain values in common, and it's just a nice, kind, and great atmosphere where people are here to learn from each other.
I think it's sort of curated serendipity, right? Where it's just people are amazing, and if you can give first, then you can expect someone to come through for you when you need them.
Sigma Squared Fellows represent a precious few of humanity who have the great privilege to have the ability to respond to the challenges that we're facing today. This is your opportunity to take an active role to make impact a key part of everything you do for the future.
Business is the tool of change, and the young people in business are the ones that think completely differently. So my message to everybody who is here at Sigma Summit in Valencia is, this is your time. But we are running out of time, so please act fast.